Hi, my name is Rosalie Desmond and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Australia. The other day I had a bit of a play with the Petal Palette set using Coastal Cabana, Melon Mambo and Night of Navy. I'm going to play with this set and these colours once again and show you how to do a different card. So the card I'm making today is much simpler than the easel card that I made a couple of days ago. Still very pretty, still very elegant. Let's get to it. For the card base, I've used a piece of Coastal Cabana. It's an A4 sheet, which is cut in half at 14.9 centimeters. Nice and simple, a very easy standard way to make a card. And then we just build it up from there. Okay, the other pieces of cardstock we need, 2 pieces of 8.5 by 12.9 in Night of Navy, 2 pieces of Melon Mambo, which is 8 centimeters by 12.4 centimeters, 2 pieces of Whisper White, which are 7.5 centimeters by 11.9 centimeters. The reason I'm doing 2 of each of these is it layers up. And one is for the outside and one set of the layers will be for the inside. The other thing we need is we need a little bit of scrap piece of Whisper White for the sentiment and a scrap piece of Melon Mambo. Okay, I'm going to get to the stamping. First thing I'm going to do is the leaves. The leaves were done in Coastal Cabana. And as you can see from my example card, I've actually got 2 shades of Coastal Cabana. Now that's actually very easy to achieve. First of all, you ink up your leaf, or your branch really, and you pop it wherever you like, without restamping. Making sure that I only use components where I've already taken some ink off. So in this case I'm just bringing a little bit of the tip up that way, and what happens is we have a slightly lighter shade. Now if you were just wanting the lighter shade without having have done the stronger one first, you would simply just stamp off on a scrap piece of paper and then you would be fine. Now I want to go up a little bit here. So in this case, I will actually need to ink it up again, stamp it off completely, and then pop it where I want it. And I don't have to worry about, has all that piece come off previously, you know, because I don't want 2 shades of the same image at the same time when I put it down. That was so hard to explain. Okay, next I'm going to pop the little bird using Night of Navy. And I'm just going to pop the bird somewhere to kind of look like it's sitting almost on the branch. Now using Melon Mambo, I'm just going to grab the spots from the Petal Palette stamp set, and I just wanted to touch the spots just to give it a little bit of pink. And as you can see, most of our stamping is actually already done. And if I thought about it, it would have been a good time to do a little bit of stamping on the inside while I had all the ink out. For this one, I'm just going to pop a little image of the bird just in one of the corners. I've got him off the edge, so I'm going to flip over my paper. And because I can sort of almost see a dark spot there, I think I'm going to pop him over that side now. Much better. Now I'm going to glue all my layers down and pop it in my card. And now I'll do the same with the front. So that's stuck down. Petal Palette set has a matching die set, which is called Petals and More Thinlet dies.
And one of the dies
in here is actually the one that I used for the sentiment. We've got other images in here. We've got some leaves, we've got the cutout of the bird, a cutout of most of the flowers. It's definitely a really good addition to the Petal Palette stamp set. So before I cut them out with the Big Shot, I'm just grabbing the Melon Mambo ink pad again. And finding the Best Wishes sentiment, putting it on a clear block, and stamping that out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out using the Big Shot. And I will also cut out another one just with the plain Melon Mambo cardstock. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so they've both been cut out. And as you can tell by my original card, that the pink is much bigger. That is actually really easy to create. All you need is a pair of paper snips. And you just cut it in half. Grab your glue, put a little bit of Tombow at either end, and you line it up to however long you would like it. I kind of like the look of that one, so I'll do it very similar. Down the other end. Now all I need to do is grab some Stampin' Dimensionals. Now what the Stampin' Dimensionals do is it just gives us a little bit of height for the sentiment, which just adds that little bit of dimension to what would be a pretty flat card. And then we just pop the sentiment. Okay, when I've lined this up, I haven't lined it up too well, so I'm just going to turn it over and just give it just a little bit of a trim. If I was a little bit more careful, I wouldn't have needed that, but that's neither here nor there. And there we go. We've got our second card. I've done my sentiment a lot bigger than I did with my first one. Makes them a little bit different. You do whatever you think looks the best for your card. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this really quick tutorial. I'm looking forward to crafting with you next time. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe below. And until next time, happy crafting. Thanks very much.